Episode 38, Lost in My Mind.
Lost in my mind.
All right, I'm going to kill another one of my characters while in his own mind.
Aren't we?
I just need to know ahead of time if I need to nick a new character. Because you're going to kill a character of mine in his dreams. I just need to know now.
I think this one's meta. I think we're lost in Johnny's mind.
Are we?
That might be where you've been for a long time, actually.
It's like, isn't that this whole campaign? We're just lost in Johnny's mind.
Trying to remember what he forgot.
Yeah. Like, I feel like that's just what it is, right?
The game is one giant metaphor for
what goes on inside Johnny's head. Well, welcome back.
Bathtub. Come on, guys.
What?
I want to kill one of those brains in the bathtub.
That's true.
Brains in the bathtub. Okay, I just heard bathtub. I was like, what? I know Elishu is probably real concerned about not having had a bath for a while at this point. But now might not be the time.
I think, first of all, yes. And that's fair, because hygiene is important. You fucking savage outlander. Who else have soap with them, by the way? Anybody else have soap?
Nope.
I think so.
Yeah,
it's bad for your. It's bad for your oil.
Yeah.
Yeah. How are you gonna swim with no oil?
Natural dragon skin oil. Anyway, so what we're doing?
Hey y'all, how are y'all tonight?
Yeah, hi everybody. We came down way into the Underdark. We are chasing down some cultists who are trying to blanket the world with this thing called the Vanishing, where everybody forgets all about who they are and what they've done. And so what we're doing is making our way down through the Underdark to try and find some kind of secret thing that might lead us to what's causing this or the source of it. We don't really know what we're doing.
We're grasping at prophecy.
We're trying to figure out the prophecy. There's a lot of prophecy. So we went down in the Underdark. We did a bunch of stuff. We jumped through a portal that we slept all the way through the journey, and then we popped out into another room. And in that room, some of our companions were already fighting. We learned that Gerelda had gotten her not working brain replaced with a working brain from somewhere else, and she got up and walked away. And so then Oma chased her off down the hall. We still had to deal with everything that was in that room, which was a bunch of Duergar thralls and Illithid and things. So we just finished dealing with them, and we are about to go down the hall. Oh, we found some treasure with magic items. And we're about to go down the hallway, I think, to figure out what Oma's doing. And as we were going down this spiral downward into the blackness and mist and everything, we started hearing whispers in our head, and it made us stop. And all sorts of terrible stuff is going on as we descend ever further into the Underdark.
Into Johnny's mind.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. That was great. That was perfect. So,
yeah, I'd forgotten
last game,
some of that.
if you remember last Thursday,
pretty glad about
I started with some good news.
Yeah.
Do what?
I was just saying I'd forgotten about a bunch of that, and I rather actually prefer that I forgot, because a lot of that's terrible, and I'm remembering how bad it was.
I mean, y'all got some pictures and some art in your journals and some, different words. And, you saw a cool little story with, I mean, come on, it was a great trip through that portal that you slept through, apparently.
Yep.
And I'm not thrilled.
Oh, yeah, the Kraken. Yeah. There's a Kraken.
And that was like the least bad of the things that was shown.
Yeah, it's like the Kraken, we were kind of like, this is a Kraken.
That's far away.
It's like everything.
The least bad of the things that were shown. This is a problem.
All the other things. Yeah. All the other things. That's way worse.
Yeah, who cares about a little Kraken?
Yeah.
Should
yeah,
be a
so
problem.
last week I actually I started with the good news. This week I'm gonna not start with the good news. I'm gonna start with the bad news
Is it because there is no good
and
news?
the good news about this week is the good news. Yeah, right. There's no good news, so we don't have to worry about that. We can just stay in the bad news column the whole time. So I know that's what y'all look forward to. So like things were happening in your brains as we were finishing last episode, and you were walking around in darkness and spiraling, as Josh said. So I did realize that I made one mistake, and so I did some corrections. So we're not gonna go back far. We're gonna go back like 10 seconds. But I had to make con saves. And so you had to make a con save when you came into, and then I had you make some more con saves after that. But those actually should have been charisma saves. And so I went back and looked at all of your numbers. And so it didn't actually affect anybody except for Halion got a little better because he had rolled 3 fails. And so I knocked him down to 2. Grarez stayed the same, and Wigbit and Elatio were the same as well, because you both made your first saves because y'all rolled, even with Wigbit's horrible
instead of plus
his -1, he still made I think he still made the roll. I was also sort of doing that thing where the teacher gave you a wrong grade, but because the teacher was wrong, had to give you the right. Yeah. So, I was like, I made the mistake, so I got to own it, So it only helped you in this case.
Thank you.
Yeah. So the only person it really didn't do well for was Caliph. And you can see she's got a bunch of rolls there. I don't know if you can see it in the chat bar, but. So here's what we're going to do to start. So we'll start with Wigbit and Elatio. Prince Elatio, I apologize. And Ephilis, actually. So you made the charisma save. So you have 2 choices. One, you can choose to take the save and you will be free from whatever this is in your head, but it might hurt a little bit. Or you may choose to fail the save, at which point you already know what's going to happen after that.
But you said that, in my mind, I didn't want these things gone anymore.
That is true.
I don't see any problem with them being
but
there.
You made the save, so it's not a demand. It's not like a charm effect. It's like you have a strong inclination not to do it, but it doesn't mean you can't do it. And you still retain the fact that you're in a horrible place and this is not natural.
I want them out then.
Okay.
Very much want them out in my head.
Okay.
So I will take the pain.
All right.
Get Beastie Boys.
Let's see how the dice are doing tonight. That's not too bad. So the 3 of you, because Ephilis also needs them out of his head, take 11 psychic damage. You are free.
I can't mark that on my character.
Oh yeah, right. Because I moved y'all because I didn't want to. You know what? Hang on to that for a second. We took 11. I'll get there in a minute. I always forget that about Roll20. All right, so Grarez, so you failed the first. So we're gonna do a little skill, well, not a skill challenge. You and I are gonna face off. So you need to make an insight check.
Okay, insight. I'm capable of rolling it. I apparently rolled okay.
Ooh. All right, well, let's see how I do. I'm pretty good at this, so we'll see how I do. Oh, but I rolled a 2. Okay.
Oh, plus 12.
Okay.
So, it's good at that. Whatever it is.
So then you ward off whatever was trying to happen in your head, and you have now the same option as the other guys.
and so like with the insight, I felt something, or what was it to indicate, or was there an indication, or was it?
Oh, there's definitely something going on in your head.
And I can't get
these whispering voices are like, you feel like that they might start making sense if you let it in.
Gotcha. Like they might be trying to convince me of something.
It's good.
Maybe so. Yeah.
Gotcha.
But you were insightful to what was going on, and you're like, I don't think that's right.
No.
And then you made the charisma save. So again, you have the same option as everybody else. You're going to take 11 psychic damage. I'll just use the same number, or you can let him stay.
Yeah, we'll go with 11 psychic.
Okay. All right. And so Helion is the same thing.
Yeah, I say weakness starts bleeding out the nose.
Blood starts trickling out your nose. Yep. And so Helion, we're in the same boat here.
All right.
Yeah. So we'll insight first. How insightful are we? It's pretty good.
See if you can roll another 2.
But I'm pretty good at this.
Yeah.
Better than me. Better than me.
Cool. Okay,
Cool.
so I mean, I think it's cool.
I think it's cool too. I want to know what they want.
So this is as you are like you're getting in, and then like you all got like stopped for a minute, and then you start to out of it and start resuming your march. My brain hurts, and you're like, my brain doesn't hurt because I've let something into it, and it's not hurting me right now. Yeah. So in your mind, this is like one of those gaming things versus like streaming things. Like if I tell you, then everybody gets to hear it, but if I whisper it to you, then nobody gets to know what it is
until they find out.
Anybody have a vote?
I like
Josh. Josh has he's got the stream, so everybody else will hear it but us.
The stream will hear it, and Drew, because
everybody but you,
and Drew's watching.
But the rest of the crew,
Drew will tune in.
Drew's watching. So Drew's gonna listen in. All right.
I always hear.
All right, hang on.
He knows everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
So in your mind, and again, this isn't a charm. It's a suggestion that your brain is trying to wrap itself around.
Okay.
If that makes sense. But you believe so. Ephelis is the cause of the death of the doomed son. Ephelis and Oma. She's the angel that must die. And that's what these voices are like. And they make sense. It makes sense.
Avenging time.
Huh?
Time to avenge.
Sometimes it's
there we are. We're back.
Okay. All right. So 3 of us out of the 5 of us know what's happening.
It'll be great. I don't know why you would choose to have I don't know why you choose to have a headache over this. This is much better.
I don't have aspirin.
It's much better. I'll go. This is it. I need to roll this. She's gonna fail. So she got an 8. So
that way.
Yeah, I don't see how she.
I don't think she's gonna be able to beat 12 with an 8.
You could always roll a 1. Always roll 1.
Yeah, but it's a skill, so you still get the 13.
Skill check.
Skill check.
Yeah, he still gets the plus 12.
Yep.
Here, I'll roll it just for fun. Just to make it official. Oh,
yeah, I think
crushed it.
That was a waste of a 30.
No, that
was fun. So, all right. So you that happened, and then I think you proceeded down the passageway, unless anything happens while you're moving. Remember, it is a completely dark passageway, so you're moving blindly. It's magical darkness, and so you were kind of feeling your way through as you move down this passageway.
Were we holding a rope or something like that?
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. I know that at one point a rope was suggested, but
I thought we were all holding on to the
I don't know if that's what.
I think that's the plan.
Yeah, I think we all grabbed on and we're going down the spiral with the rope in our hands so that we, in case anything weird happens.
Feel a tug if somebody gets yoinked.
Yep.
So who's so I guess, you know, normally these things don't bother me, but I'm a little confused. What is the rope like wrapped around somebody, or are we just like?
I think we just had it in.
wrapped
Yeah,
around
I think we just
all-
passed it through, like passed it along the line and just.
Everybody had a
Just
hand
hold-
on it.
Yeah, hand on it.
I have it wrapped around my hand.
Okay,
Yeah, I would probably wrap it once or something like that.
so Wigbit's in front, so Wigbit would have it
Just
Wrapped
wrapped
around him?
around. Yeah, no,
or just like in his hand.
Yeah, just around my hand.
So wrapped around your hand.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then gripped.
Okay.
Same.
All
In
right.
case I walk off a cliff, I'm holding on hard enough that they could keep me up.
You won't fall that far off the cliff. Okay. Yeah. All right. So you move slowly down this winding passageway, and unless you choose to do anything, you're just moving. And at some point, something happens. All right. I'm going to move you over here for a minute now that I've started you there, because
Ooh.
perfect.
Perfect.
That's what
not
you're
good.
that's what you're hearing. Some of us stronger than others, but yeah, that's what you're hearing.
Is that outside of our head or inside our head?
Yeah.
Can we tell? I don't know. Would you know?
That's inside your brain. That's yeah, I think you would know when something is in your head versus a noise outside. There you go. That's your friendly alien noise going on there.
In our brains.
Brain.
But in your brains. But most of you feel like you are free of whatever that is. And so on the screen, do you see where you are down the right side?
Yep.
Kind of bottom rightish. Need to take my damage. My 11 damage, yep. That's a pretty bloody party we got there.
Mm-hmm.
At 11, took a couple of us past the number.
Yeah, I was on the border until
That
that.
was, yep.
Me too.
All right. So you are proceeding, and then you're going to get to a certain point. So here's what's going to happen. Let's roll initiative first,
Okay.
because it may matter.
I think it's gonna matter.
It may not matter. It may not matter,
I think it's gonna matter.
but we're going to see if it matters. We're going to see if it matters.
Didn't click my character.
What did I roll? That's Helion.
You rolled a 21.
There's Dak. I was wondering where he went. Ooh. Dak's 9. Oops. Let's see. Did we show up? We did. Nope. Oh, that's the. Oh, right. I forgot to. Let's see. I think these are all the old ones. Hang on. Yeah, Thing. Thing was an old one. Get rid of those. Oh, wait. I think I got rid of Prince Issue. I did.
Yeah.
And
Sorry. What'd you roll?
19.
And oh, well, all right. I got rid of 2 of you. Sorry. Well, you're already blooded anyway.
That's cool.
It's not gonna matter.
Not going to get to your initiative.
Back where I was.
All right. And
19.
Perfect.
Well, I use those up now.
you're not showing up. Did you click on your dude when you did that?
Yeah.
Because you're not showing up. Mhm.
Okay, I clicked off and clicked back on. I'll roll it again.
There he is.
Oh, you just showed up.
Oh,
man.
too bad.
19, 19, 20
Oh,
blown.
buddy,
You guys have
that's-
all of my rolls now.
that is rough.
Yep.
No, you just gotta be. It's gonna be a good night, man. It's gonna be a good night.
Yeah, that's what that means. We're
Single,
gonna roll 19s and 20s all night,
single digits from here on out, everybody.
and not even like good single digits,
Nope.
like 9 and 8.
Yep.
It's all gonna be
Use
1s and
them all
2s
up.
and 3s.
All right.
19, 19, 20. Ugh.
I've never done that.
Sorry, Mike.
And I just did it on concurrent initiative rolls.
Man,
You better jump ahead and go
look,
nuts, man.
he's really
Use that
ready.
initiative.
at least she's ready for whatever is going on here.
I've got to change my 20 to a 19.
That is.
You can keep the 20. It's fine.
I don't know. I was giving you the 20. Just Y'all took all the fun out of this. All right, fine. So you in initiative order, huh?
We took the fun out.
Yeah, I'm just saying. So
Is-
y'all are marching. Now we get to Wigbit's turn. So Prince Elishu and Ephelis are still marching, and Wigbit moves. So Wigbit, because you're holding onto a rope, that is good. Make a dex save. Make a dex save, but you do have advantage.
And are we in the dark?
Not because you see it, but because you're hanging on to the rope.
We're in the dark, not like, not just the regular dark.
The dark, right. So lanterns aren't helping you right now. Yeah.
You said dex save with advantage. Man, I'm not very dexterous.
You have advantage because you're hanging onto a rope, and that helps.
Ooh.
You
It
are
didn't
not
help.
dexterous.
That much. Okay. So,
Make an athletics save.
so,
Good, you're good.
so let's see. No, because that's why you're hanging onto the rope. So yeah, so y'all feel like, actually, I don't even feel that much. Dak starts saying stuff. Wigbit is what he's saying. And Wigbit, you have slid.
Okay. Did I
get to you
lose the
one
rope?
I get to you 1 second, Wigbit.
Okay.
Yeah. It's because you didn't have it around you. You just had it around your arm, but you got a little careless and you like stepped, and then the floor wasn't where you thought it was, and so you slipped down and you lost grip of the
My
rope.
oil,
and
my
you
good
went for
oils
a slide.
didn't that betrayed me.
Your good
Yes,
oils.
yeah.
Yep.
Natural skin
My
oil.
natural skin oils that I would never get rid of.
Yeah, it helped you slide. It helped you slide down easier. Yeah.
So is he not holding on to the rope anymore?
Yeah. So
No, I
Yeah.
lost it.
Yeah, I think that was the dex check. As part of the dex check
Oh.
or dex save.
Yep. So Dak is going to take his turn, and he's still got the rope, so he's going to run up, and being blind, he's going to do the same thing, but he's going to show you how to do this. Well, I have advantage, but I didn't roll with advantage. Let's see if I make it anyway. Oh, I do have advantage. Look at that roll. Oh, crap.
He just dove after me. He didn't give a.
He's following you, man. You know that. Yeah, so Prince Elishu, you feel like Dak's saying, Wigbit, Wigbit, Wigbit. And then you you don't feel him directly in front of you anymore. And then you realize, Prince Elishu, that you kind of have the front of the rope now. So I will say that anybody that went beforehand, so Ephesus or Prince Elishu, if you want to like say you're holding and take your turn now, that's fine. Or it can be Growlrez and then Halion.
If I'm holding the front of the rope, then I want to loop it around myself at this point because something's going wrong.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I mean, you're holding the rope, and then there's like 10 feet of rope in front of you that's just lying on the floor.
What's going on down there? Why is my rope on the ground?
You're upset about your
Getting
rope getting dirty.
My rope's getting dirty.
Just lost 2 people.
My good silk rope.
Wigby and Dak are getting eaten by a shadow creature, but
Careless.
my rope is dirty.
I mean, it was already getting dirty with their filthy oils because they never wash. But
Why
still,
did you put it on the ground? I mean, why is it on the ground when it's supposed to be in people's hands?
Where it's clean.
Fucking
It came across as concern for the rope.
It did.
what do you mean? Where'd they go?
That's what I'm saying. Where are you? Can they hear me?
Do they hear us sliding? There's our like little rubble knocking loose, or
make a perception roll.
Oh, it's just greased.
I'm sure I'm probably
down.
yelling a little bit, like whoa.
Yeah, so make a perception roll. If y'all are trying to listen for each
See
other.
if that sound is on the same plane as us or not.
So, I mean, you heard him slide like, and then you lost it. And
Falling fast.
so, Wigby, you're right. Wigby, you're on the floor. You're on the ground.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And Dak, like after a second, Dak comes sliding right into you.
Dak.
Like bumps in. No, you don't take any damage. So it was a slide, but it wasn't like a drop.
Okay.
So you found a bumpy slide, but I mean, your butt's probably a little scraped up, but
Should wear underwear. Under the loincloth.
Loincloths are bad for sliding.
Yep.
Not what you want to wear.
Oh dear.
I'm talking to Dak.
I'm gonna start walking
You all right?
with the rope looped around me.
So hang on a second, Wigby and Dak. Because something else is going to be probably of importance.
The Rancor.
Might want to know
That's
this.
like immediate what happened. As like you slid down, and like Dak bumps into you, and you're like, are you okay? And then at the same time, what is Prince Elishu doing?
I have the rope looped around me now. I say, everybody hold on.
Okay.
Aren't you heavy as hell?
Yeah.
Right. So back up 2 squares. Yeah. So describe. So you put the rope around you and describe to me what you're doing.
I'm leading with my right foot and feeling forward,
Uh-huh.
and then taking a step, and then leading with my right foot and feeling forward and taking a step. See what the heck happened.
So the ground is very steeply dropped here. So when you put your foot out, and if you put it like straight out in front of you, it's like you're touching air. You have to reach basically to reach where the ground is.
Okay.
So the ground is a slide.
Steep slope. I put my hand down and feel, is this still rock?
It is still rock.
Is it like polished or anything, or it's just steep?
Just steep.
All right. I said the slope gets really steep right here, so just watch your step. And so I start walking down sort of side step like you would down roof.
Okay. It's if you feel like you're being, I mean, if you're doing this like slowly and carefully, I mean, if you're moving at half speed and feeling your way down, then you're not going to topple over.
Mm-hmm.
But you're going to move very slowly down here.
That's fine. I don't want to slide.
Okay. Grauras, what are you doing?
I mean, I guess, well, you said be cautious, so I'll cautiously approach. I'll probably have let go of the rope at this point and be crawling, because that's safer until I can feel. I think he was talking to it was sloping, so feel that it was sloping. And then try to do kind of the same. Probably more like sitting on his butt, using his 2 feet planted to slow himself.
Scooching
like
down.
a child downstairs.
I mean, yeah, why not?
Yeah, same thing. It'll be like a half speed type thing.
Yeah.
As you scooch down carefully. Okay. Helion.
So considering
So Helion.
Yeah.
So before, like when your round is about to start.
Yeah.
You feel like that whole thing that like you were just thinking about. It you don't feel like that makes a lot of sense. Like it makes sense, but you don't feel like it makes a lot of sense.
Okay.
I
was gonna say,
but it's just
if it makes sense,
it is. But I mean, it's still there. It's still there. It just doesn't make a ton of sense. There's a lot going on in your head right now.
Okay.
But for the moment, the noise in front of you has gotten a little further away from you.
Okay. Well, then.
And Ephilis is like, let's be cautious.
Yes, let's be very cautious, Ephilis.
You've turned into Stewie. That's how we know you've turned evil.
All right. Got my eye on him though. So, all right. So Growlres is like crawling. So I walk up here and I kind of bump into Growlres crawling on the ground. Is that what's going on?
He's already down the slope a little ways.
Or did he start crawling down the slope?
Yeah, he went down a little ways. Scooting down the slope.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I don't want to scoot down the slope. I'll just sort of like do like a cool slide.
Right into Growlres tripping over
I'll just
slamming into Lacia's back.
I'll just like feel for the edge and then I'll just like turn my feet sideways and do a cool slide down the slope. That'll be way cooler.
Okay. So when you get to the next space.
Yeah.
Oh, he's back. I got him.
What? What's going on? Uh-oh.
You blinked out for a minute.
I did? Oh.
Yeah. Like but you came back immediately.
Oh,
but
weird.
Soof and Mike, apparently Drew also lost you.
Soof is okay.
Well,
hello. I see Soof and Drew. I don't see Mike though.
No Mike.
Mike.
No.
All right.
Mike just.
Oh, Alicia. Oh, there. Okay.
All right.
Drew's just a giant eyeball right now.
Yep.
Oh, Drew's just a giant eyeball?
Not for us, he's not.
No.
Do I need to go again?
Oh,
Try again.
Drew is 2 giant eyeballs. I'm just kidding. I was just kidding. Now he's Well, in the meantime, so what are you doing, Leon? So you're gonna scooch up to the edge and
He's gonna elf slide
surfboard
down.
your way down.
Yeah, then we're
If
just
there
gonna
were
turn.
railing, you would definitely sit on the railing and slide down.
If there were a railing, yeah. But no, I'm just gonna turn my feet sideways and kind of surf down the thing because I'm not gonna.
You're trying to slide
I'm
down.
not gonna crawl or sit on my butt and slide down it like some child.
Make a deck save first.
Okay.
I'll give you advantage on it because you're aware of the situation.
All right. How about that 12 then with advantage?
Okay.
Nailed it.
So yeah, you like got in position and then like you put your feet down and so you started to slide.
Yeah,
and then
nailed it.
You realized it was a lot steeper than you thought.
All right.
And then you slide into Growlres, and so you basically trip on him.
All right.
And how far?
I'll just put. Yeah, I guess it's. Yeah, so I've gone
5.
Yeah, I'm on my.
Yeah. So you slam into all right, so we'll do it this way. So Growlres, make a strength save.
We're going down.
This will be way cooler though.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay, so Haleon like slams into you. Like, he didn't slam into you, but he was trying to slide and he tripped, and so his knee hits into your back. So you're scooching on your back and you get hit in your back, and so that propels you forward. And so you hit the back of Prince Elishu.
And I would hit the back of his knees, all things considered.
Make a strength save. Yeah, so make a strength save with disadvantage because you're in a very disadvantaged. you are not in a
two
great
people hitting
position,
you, one from above, one from below.
Yes.
Nailed it.
Yes.
Oh. Yeah, and so you all slide down. It's awesome. Excellent.
We did it.
All right, there we go. We made it to the end.
Yeah. See? Easy.
Perfect.
Yeah.
There's no need to crawl.
Yeah, and so Ephesus is probably going to be right behind you in a second.
Yep.
Yeah. So y'all all come tumbling down, Huh?
Since he was holding onto the rope and the rope was looped around me.
I bet he let go of that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he let go of that. Started to get a little pull, a little rope burn, and just let go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna let these idiots slide down the thing.
So, and so this is what you actually see because it's no longer dark when you clear this space. So this space, I was going to do it this space. When you clear there, the darkness goes away. So as they're Three Stooges style tumbling down the passageway, Wigvet, as you like ask Dak, are you okay? You know, dust yourself off. You kind of like, you're not even standing up yet. You kind of turn around and look, and you see Oma is standing right there, and she's got her back to you, and she's just standing there, and she's like looking, and she's looking left, straight ahead, and right. She's looking back and left, straight ahead, and right.
Oma?
And she like turns around and looks at you. I'm trying to figure out how to get out of here. And about that time, here they come.
Tumble out the end of the tunnel.
You guys are probably jumbled in rope.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, they're all like in one space. I don't want to put them all in one space. They're all kind of like piling on top of each other. Like Growlres is like, it's got like a foot in Elishu's jaw, and Leon's like his knee, like in Growlres's back.
This is so undignified. I hate it.
It is incredibly undignified right now.
Well, that was quite steep.
Is like,
quite steep.
Yes, indeed.
Why would anyone build a
try
passageway?
sliding down it? Why would anyone try sliding down?
I mean, why would anyone build a passageway like that? Why not stairs, a gentle slope?
Unless it's meant to be a trap and keep you down here.
Perhaps.
Yes, you hear Oma say as you're untangling yourself. And there's Oma.
Oh.
It is a trap.
Oh, well, then we've all fallen into it. Avalis, Caliph, it's a trap. You might want to... Oh. Well, I hear someone sliding. Too late for them.
Avalis say, I'm coming very slowly.
Okay,
that's responsible of you.
Be careful. It's quite steep.
I gathered. I heard.
Yes, don't try to slide.
So Josh, when you or Helion, when you dust yourself off, you now have the option to make a saving throw.
Oh.
A charisma saving throw.
Do I want to? Yes. I mean, I'm kind of curious at like what happens if I just don't, but I guess.
Oh, 20. Yeah. So you get the same deal. You know, you can push this thing out of your head. Might hurt a little bit.
I'll get rid of it. Sure. It's bad. I think.
Okay.
Maybe.
I'll give you the same. It's 11 psychic. 11's.
Yeah.
So it's 11 psychic damage. If
Bad
you choose to take it.
headache. I don't. The damage seems like maybe not even worth it. I guess. Now I'm bloodied too, like the rest of you.
So here's the other thing. Helion and Gralrez, you definitely feel this. You have no connection to your magic right now.
Well, they said that was
strange.
Yes, they said that was going to happen, but I didn't think it would be quite to that extent.
Who said what's going to happen?
Sarandil said I would be without guidance for some time. Thought perhaps I would just not have any dreams.
What do you mean?
Any of their wisdom to guide me, but it seems that I have nothing.
Oh. And Wigbit, you would feel it too. I forget about your.
I say my little.
I forget you have a. I forget you have a couple levels of. Yeah, I forget you have a couple levels. Yeah, you're a little. Yeah. You don't feel like you can do that right now. And your warhammer feels a little heavier right now.
Oh.
Whoa.
Because in Johnny's mind, magic items are always a little bit lighter and a little easier to swing. And since we're lost in my mind, that's how it's going to roll. So yeah.
There you go.
Magic items to me are always like a little bit, they just feel a little easier to, and your Warhammer feels a little heavier right now.
Did any
Reds over here?
Did anything that we had going end? Did things that we had going end when that happened?
What did, such as?
So like I had light.
Like a spell or something?
Yeah, like I had light on, it's not a concentration spell, but it was magic that I did. So like I lit up Wigbit's.
The light is out.
But yeah, I think
Elation,
I know Wigbit, and I think
you had
also
me lit up, so I probably couldn't even see Oma when we got down here.
Yeah.
Does Growrez have a lazy eye?
Yes, dude.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it was one of my eyes just kind of rolling around randomly. That's the right eye.
Oh, wow.
I lost my depth perception.
It's like Mad Eye Moody. The ice just spinning wildly,
moving all around. Yeah.
Oh no!
Forgot about that.
It's all bad.
Yeah, that was a character choice.
That was like, and you hear that was like, "I'll be there in a moment."
You might not want to come down here, actually.
Magic seems not to be working down here.
Yes, this is the place of how something is suppressing all.
All right, I'm gonna go back
magic.
up then.
Yes, you probably should. Also, I'm glad it wasn't you. For what it's worth.
What?
What?
What do you mean?
I'm glad it wasn't me either.
I don't know. I had the feeling that perhaps. Well, we'll talk about it later. Past.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Well, I'd take out my lantern and get that struck up.
Yeah. So it is normal darkness in here. So those of you with dark vision, you can see normally in here. So Oma didn't have a light source on because she can see in darkness. So, but like when Wigman and Dak came down,
we actually
it was pretty dark.
See her.
Well, you bumped into her. I mean, you kind of bumped into her, and that's somebody was beside you, and and then she spoke, and that was a good point. Through the powers of being in my mind, you happen to see that was her. There,
I felt a wing and
so
heard her voice.
You didn't kill her. Yeah.
Yeah, that might have.
You didn't kill the angel.
I got 50-50 on that.
Yeah, so as soon as Prince Elishu lights up the lantern, is what you see.
So yes, which way should we go? Carl was just kind of holding his eye.
Don't you have a nice eye patch with like a gem in it?
Oh yeah, you got an eye patch with a gem in it.
He got rid of that when he got the eye. Do I?
Man.
I thought we picked one up at some point and treasure down here.
We might have. I think I just took the gem.
Alma, I suppose you haven't seen Geralda.
That I came down after her.
And so she's disappeared down one of these 3 passageways, I suppose.
Yes.
But which one?
Unless in that dark tunnel, she disappeared somewhere. But I don't know. Actually. There.
And then like looking up this way.
Yeah. Sorry. There we go.
Got it.
There we go. That just happened.
What?
So Prince Elishu stepped, and then that just happened.
Just
so
like
Prince Elishu steps here, and then he ends up right here. And Oma says, "That's what I've been trying to tell you."
Have you tried all 3 of these passages then?
Yes, that's what I've been trying. And you'll see Prince Elishu just and every time like he walks by, she goes, "That's what I've been trying to," and then he appears over here to tell you. All right, so when you walk back, so when you try to go back up the slope, you can like you enter the first space, and then the slope is very steep, but you don't disappear out of it. So you feel like you could climb the slope. Yeah, you feel like you could climb the slope with some effort.
I'm going to test that and just make sure I can. Do I get all the way up?
So so it'll take you some time, but yes, I mean, if you take your time, and we'll assume you're being cautious about it.
I'm going to climb it like you'd climb a wall. I'm just going to lay right down on it.
So you're going to like just army crawl up it? Is that what you said? Okay. Yeah, so I mean, you'd again move like 15 feet at a time.
Where are you going?
When you get to like when you get to Ephesus Square, he's like looking down, like you bump into him, and he like reaches down and feels for. He's like,
me,
Prince Elishu.
Yeah,
Prince Elishu.
Yes.
Why are you crawling back up?
Yes, why are you? That's where we came from.
It's a trap. I'm just seeing if I can make it to the top, or we'll get teleported back into the room.
All right. Well, Kayla's back there somewhere. So if you run into her, just be wary.
There's something wrong with Kayla?
Daddle down here. Oh, she's just behind me somewhere.
Okay.
So I'm gonna come over here, and then I'm
gonna keep going back and
move into this space.
You go back to that space,
and then I'm gonna accelerate in this direction, and till I get to like full speed sprinting. Portal style. I'm curious.
Running and then
trying to get that like straight. I don't have to even turn. I can just,
trying to get to escape velocity.
Yeah.
That's right. 88 miles per hour.
You go through it.
Eventually.
Yes, I mean and you keep ending up in the same place. But you're doing it really quickly though.
I'm gonna try and jump. And so I can jump, I don't know.
Your strength.
So 20.
Sorry.
I'm going to jump at some point through the portal at full speed.
And jump?
Yeah, I'm going to jump through
Jump in the portal. Jump in the portal.
Just running, jump, not like the spell jump, but jump 20 feet.
Yeah, it's like kind of jump over that space. As soon as you hit that space, no matter if it's on the ground or in the air, you appear right back where you are.
And does my momentum carry me through the air from portal to portal
into the other one? And now he's now he did it.
Can I
shot out of one portal into the next
back portal to the new portal without touching the ground?
Look, he's going to accelerate.
Wigman's not actually interested in leaving this place. Wigman has found his home. This is what Wigman always wanted.
He's science. He's just going to accelerate until he rips apart. Like his body's going to tear apart from the speed.
I wish we had the vertical portals like Portal.
Yeah.
So as Wigman is testing, and it does appear there's all kinds of magic there that's keeping him from escaping or being torn apart. And as Prince Elishu is crawling back up the passageway, what's everybody else doing?
So I want to.
Ephilis does comment. This place feels terrible.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it is. I want to try something. So I have a rope. It's not a nice rope.
So you're gonna get some shit
right now.
But it's a rope. Okay.
Debatable.
I mean, it's a rope. See, wait, what do I have that will work here?
Didn't your travel guide tell you? I'm sorry, since you brought it up. Didn't your travel guide tell you the weight matters? and what you carry matters, and so you want to get the better rope because it's less weight. And so you want to save weight.
We couldn't afford a travel
guide.
Yeah.
I don't have a
I think those
guide.
exist.
You know, the guide that would tell you about what you should have your quartermaster buy for traveling.
I just take what I need.
Well, I mean, if you took what you needed, then you would have gotten silk rope.
I don't need silk rope. I have this rope.
Which is twice as heavy and half as good.
I don't. Look, when we get back, I'll use some of this coin and buy a silk rope, and then will you be happy and not
You'll be
berate?
happy.
I won't care at all. I promise.
Who's your boyfriend?
Anyway, I'm going to take my inferior rope and try something. And if it doesn't work, you can try your rope and see if that does any better.
Okay.
So I'm gonna. So basically, the place where we see people disappearing is like each one of these entries to a hallway. Is that correct?
Yes.
Like each hallway entry spot is where they go. Okay.
Yes.
I want to. So I'm gonna tie one of my daggers. I have a couple daggers, so I'm gonna tie one to the end of my rope. And I'm just gonna. Let's see. Let's try this one. I'm just gonna drop the dagger end in there, but I'm gonna try to keep a hold on the rope. I just want to see what happens if I like pay it out into that hole. Does the other end just start coming through the middle of the room?
No, the dagger and the rope just fall on the floor right in front of you.
Strange. Okay.
Or
Interesting.
is Soof out for me?
Yeah,
Is Soof out for everybody or just me?
Yeah, I think he dropped out for a second.
Okay.
That is quite strange. Well then, in that case,
He's back.
don't. Apparently, this only affects living beings.
Ellis plopped down on the floor. He's like thinking, and then his book comes out.
I'll be back in a few minutes.
Starts writing stuff.
All right.
Let me know if I die.
All right.
We'll be here for a while.
If you die, I'm going to throw you on the floor and see what happens.
Kill him for science.
Kill him and then throw him through and see what happens.
Yeah.
That's right.
So I'm gonna hold the end of his rope if you'll let me. Hey,
Yes.
can I borrow that? And I'll walk through, holding onto the rope.
So you disappear and appear back there, and the rope just drops to the floor.
Is the rope cut?
Even though it was in my hand?
No, it's not in your hand anymore.
So as soon as he steps, he just disappears. The rope the rope acts like nothing was
Just
ever
falls.
holding it and just falls to the ground.
Just falls to the floor.
But I am still wearing my clothes.
You are.
Okay, good.
Okay. What level clothes do you actually have on?
Yes, I'm not. That wasn't much, but a little bit can do a lot in the right places.
Yep. Okay. Well.
So Prince Alacia, when you get back down, Ephilis is like sitting there, and he says, Did you bump into Caliph? Did you tell her to get on down here?
I didn't see Caliph.
She was right behind me.
No, she wasn't there when I went up there.
Caliph! Caliph!
Well, apparently she's finally had enough of us.
That's
an odd time and
that's concerning.
to make that decision.
I mean,
Perhaps there was a split we missed. I'll go check it out.
Actually, I wonder.
I start the crawl.
I wonder if she was hearing the same thing that I was.
What were you hearing?
In which case, we may want to be wary of her approach. Well, so I had these strange thoughts in my head. I couldn't quite make sense of them, but they were suggesting to me that perhaps Oma herself and Ephesus were to blame for the death of the doomed son that I'm supposed to avenge, suggesting that perhaps they would need to be dealt with, which, I mean, I didn't act on, of course, because it doesn't make sense. But if she was feeling a similar thing, perhaps she is waiting for an opportunity. And if that's why we can't see her, then, well, that is not good. So, Ephesus, maybe you should not stand in the doorway. Yes, that might be safer.
I'm not sure how much I caught before I left.
Well,
were you talking like that, or were you talking louder? Because you were talking like that, I probably didn't.
I was
catch
not
much.
talking loudly. No, I was trying to keep
then.
it kind of in this room.
I probably heard you.
yeah, with
I didn't say your name, so it's okay.
And back,
You'll be fine.
back is scurrying behind you. Yeah, you get, yeah. 2, 3.
I'm gonna be feeling around the walls to make sure we didn't end the ceiling if I can. I don't know how tall it is, but I don't know. Just feeling around, making sure there wasn't another path.
It's pretty low.
Missed.
I mean,
yeah.
So
Okay. So Dak bumps into you.
Nope.
Because he doesn't know you're feeling around the walls, so you're moving slower, and he's like bumps into you.
Oh, hey,
We're
Dak. Trying to see if there's another path here.
Okay.
He didn't get that one.
I want to try throwing the grappling.
He's following you, though. You got a grappling hook, what?
I'm going to throw the grappling hook and rope down the hallway.
Okay.
Does that work?
Yeah.
I'm going to try to get it to catch on a crack or anything in the floor, I guess, until I can pull it tight.
Okay. It might take you a couple throws, but eventually you feel like you've hooked something. Yep.
And now
I will make you make a roll on those. Yep.
I say, hey, Leon or Gralraz.
yes.
Can you climb on this rope and see if you can pass through this area?
I mean, I suppose we could, but we won't be able to.
I don't think you'll be able to either. I just want to know that you won't be able to.
I mean, Wigbit tried leaping through one and
yeah, but this is using the rope as a lead.
I don't think it's going to work, but I'll humor you.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to work either. I just want to see it not work.
Actually, Gralraz will humor you because he's not here, and I'm going to do something else.
All right, fine. There.
It'll be easier for him to hang off the floor.
What do you
anyway,
want me to
'cause he's
do?
little.
Climb
You
down
want me to hang on this rope?
Yes.
You want me to tightrope walk my way down?
If you can
Alright.
tightrope walk, but I wasn't going to assume you were an acrobat just because you were a gnome.
He's a monk.
All right.
Yeah, so he gets on the rope, he passes in, and then he appears over here.
While they're climbing around and whatever, I'm just going to be going around if I can and just sort of check out the walls and floor kind of around the edge of this room.
Okay.
And just check closely and, kind of feel along there and see if I notice anything strange about any of these spaces or anything in particular, anything different about kind of the floor as it transitions into these hallways or anything like that.
And the ceiling.
And yeah, if I can reach
We've got plenty of light.
the ceiling, then
Okay. I mean, it feels like a natural rock. I mean, this is, and you don't feel any different spaces, and there's no like sliding rocks, and there's no secret tunnels, and there's no, and the floor. I mean, the floor looks natural earth, rocky earth, but earth. And the floor in these passageways doesn't look any different either.
okay. All right. I'm gonna start digging right here.
Okay. Then you try to dig under.
Yeah, just see what happens. I'm just gonna try to dig enough to like, I don't know, stick my hand underneath, I guess, and see what happens.
Okay. All right.
Is it
so
like
you're
a
digging,
plane
so that'll
that
take a little while.
part of you
Yeah.
disappears, or do you just use your whole essence,
I don't
like
know.
your whole body disappear all at once
I'm gonna
when your
stick-
center of gravity?
I'm gonna stick my hand in the hallway here and see if I blink away.
Yeah, so if any part of you touches it, you do go away.
Okay.
So it's just that it's a plane right at the door frame.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So yeah, so I'm just gonna try to scoop out enough, hollow out enough to reach my hand underneath the plane of the floor where it meets the door, this doorway, passageway, and
Okay.
see what happens.
Okay. So while Helion is digging a little bit, so Wigbit, how far are you going to go up the hallway?
Yeah, I mean, what, like as far back as we were, and I guess would have last seen her, and then yeah, a bit further,
So-
calling out to her.
So you were in this twisting tunnel for like an hour, and then you didn't see it. I mean, when you got down here and the light turned on, that was the first time you'd seen anybody in over an hour.
Yeah. So, and I'm feeling around, feeling nothing but just rock and
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Yeah. 5 minutes. -ish.
Okay. So 5 minutes up and 5 minutes back. Okay.
Yeah. Apparently, I don't find anything.
You do not find anything. and you don't find a Caliph either.
Shocking.
Hey, she failed 9 charisma rolls. What do you want from me?
They're just waiting. Just waiting. Just gonna pop up somewhere and just shank Ephelis, and that'll be it.
Put the dark spot on her and roll a crit, and yeah,
Yep. We're gonna have to kill her with no magic.
So good.
No, Ephelis will super die if he doesn't have any magic to protect himself when she comes up to get him.
Yeah, he does not look thrilled about being in this space right here.
I'm not either.
Yeah,
I'm trying to figure out how to get out of here. He's reading his book.
No, he's taking notes, but he's got that like
with his hand.
Yeah, he actually has
he's actually writing.
I don't even
off right now.
I don't even know how to do this.
Right, I haven't written in so long.
But can he even summon his notebook right now?
Huh?
I thought he summoned his notebook.
No, he can. I mean, he summons it, but he can also just pull it out.
It's just for show. Oh. Just fancy pants. Because
he can. Sure, yeah.
Because he can just make it pop out of his thing. Yeah.
He created a special cantrip for himself, summon book. Yeah.
A waste.
Yeah, he can't even do that right now. He had to like reach into it and like pull it out, and he's
That's showmanship. That's class.
Parlor tricks. Not real magic. What?
So yeah, after a couple minutes of digging down, you feel like you've got enough space where you could probably reach under the plane of the doorway, if you will.
Okay. Stick my hand in there.
But you stick your hand underneath there and you do not disappear.
Ah. Well, that's it then. We just have to tunnel underneath whichever is the right passage.
That's not a solution, and we won't find Drelda that way.
I mean, it's just a... Okay, well then, you tell me how you're going to get out of this room. I think I did find the solution.
You didn't find a viable one.
I didn't... Okay, well, I'll wait until you have your answer then. In the meantime,
I'm also not saying that that's the answer.
In the meantime, I'll keep digging. I mean, it's obviously some kind of magic still functions down here, but we have no way to get rid of it since our magic does not function. And yet, we can pass by this way.
There's got to be a trick to this, says Ephelis.
I agree.
He says there's no unsolvable trap.
No, I solved it. Just go under the doorway.
I suppose you do have a solution.
Yes.
There's no symbols, there's no marks on the ceiling, floors, secret doors.
No. If only Sararak had left a little plaque on the wall. That would have
that was nice. Clues.
Yeah, he was really polite about his dungeon.
He was.
His dungeon wasn't very polite, but he was a good host. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he put a lot of work into it.
He did.
He wanted people to enjoy all of it.
I mean, well, he made a lot of people put work into it.
But yes.
Yeah.
True.
He put
a lot of thought into it.
Right. Yeah. He
put a lot of people into it.
Put a lot of people
into it, under it, whatever you want to use. Yep. Yeah. Whatever preposition you want to use. Yeah.
Look, he just wanted to make sure everybody got the full experience. Wanted it to be memorable.
when I get back,
I'll think about it
steps
while I
out.
dig, but
Peers back in.
and if anything, any brilliant ideas come to mind, I'll be sure to let you know.
Oma, Halion, you said you heard something about this. Did you ever have a vision or
Not
what's the
of,
sound?
not of this place.
It's a good time to discuss our
slide.
or double check our visions from our recent
What'd you say?
travels.
Does
Good
this
time to-
slide?
Nope. It's a solid wall.
Hmm.
Is that
Yeah.
can we
Yeah,
see
you-
that the path goes right there though? On the other
Mhm.
side of that solid wall?
Yep. I mean, if you stand like at an angle, you can see just enough there.
Oh, okay. How thick does it look?
You can even see like about that much. Yeah.
I think we could just smash through this one here.
Smash through the
Tap
wall.
on the wall.
With what?
This hammer.
I
This
mean,
pick.
I've heard of people with great strength being able to smash through a wall with a war hammer.
Yes. Two
That
rounds.
was the story.
I remember hearing that. In 2 rounds, the song went.
And because of that, all the walls in Fifth Ed have been reinforced.
Because Fourth Ed walls made of paper.
This wall,
I'm sure it had something to do with the 24 strength, which you can't even get in 5th Ed.
if you're a giant of some kind, you can.
It's possible.
It's like Storm Giant. No, it's one of the giants. It's not Storm.
Some
We're
giant.
fighting a storm giant.
Yep. It just
We need a
came
storm
down.
giant to smash down the
Without
wall
any
for
kind
us.
of magic.
Just
Yeah.
came down the slide.
Okay. Sounds good.
So
Yeah.
Halion came up with an idea to dig under, and it seems to work, even though the work might be a little slow.
Yeah, so I dug
That would take months.
I dug
Wig
down
Bit
into
went-
the floor here and stuck my hand in, and I didn't get blinked back.
Wigbit went looking for Caliph, but couldn't find her. And then Wigbit's now proposing we should just smash through this stone wall right here. At which
Oh,
point there's
yeah. I also mentioned that Caliph might be hiding until she can pop out and stab Ephelis and kill him.
Evelyn's like looks up again like, why is she gonna stab me?
Well, if
what did I do?
she's hearing the same thing that I heard, that you are to blame for all of this, then, and if she believes it, that's what it was telling me.
Why am I to blame?
I don't know. If I hadn't gotten it out of my head, I would have inquired. But it seemed better to be free of those misleading thoughts before I did something rash and
Tried to kill me. I
Yes.
appreciate you not trying to kill me.
I'm
Like,
glad
puts
I
the book away and
did not.
he stands up and like wipes his.
Mm,
I can't.
what about
He disappears into the dark passageway.
I'm not sure if that's a safe
I'm not
idea.
going.
Oh.
I'm not going far.
Okay,
mm,
Just
I hope you
Just far
don't
enough to
bump
cast
into
magic.
her.
I'm just trying to see what's on. Just trying to take a different viewpoint of this.
Uh-huh.
can we cut the floor? Like if you can dig around in here, can you dig at the threshold here?
That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing at this one.
Yeah, that's what he's doing over here.
You're just trying to trench it. I'm not talking about dig under it. I'm just talking about like make a trench through it.
Oh, you mean like a vertical trench, like a?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to dig out enough that you could like crawl through here without being while staying below floor level. So I'm just trying to dig out enough that you could. Yeah, I'm not like digging a hole down and like, oh, I'm not tunneling. I'm just trying to.
He's trying to trench under it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not trying to trench under. I'm trying to trench through it.
You're gonna have to put more words.
Like around, like the edge, the side here, or
like just cuddle. I'm not trying to make something that you would go under. Like you're trying to make something that you would go under.
Yeah, like pass underneath the place where you walk into, because if you don't go below floor level into here, you'll just blink back.
Right. But if I just disrupt the floor right here and just take off that top layer.
He has.
And then just walk through.
With the floor lower. I mean, I don't know if the magic is like in my mind, it's just taking up an area. And it's not like, digging up the floor there, I don't know if it's like anchored to that and that'll disrupt it.
Oh.
In my mind, it was like just filling a space.
Yeah.
And so
what if I just slide my foot onto the floor?
You just put your foot on the floor?
Yeah.
Yeah, you disappear. You appear back over there.
Like just sliding my toe out.
If any part of you touches it, you disappear.
Or it passes into it. Like I put my hand straight out in front of me into the space and blinked.
And you're teleported.
Mm-hmm.
But I was wondering if it wasn't affecting the very, very floor part. Like if you were digging under it, was digging underneath the zone somehow?
That's what he does.
Trying to do.
And it was successful. He got his hand on the other side.
Wait, Prince Elishu, Ephelos steps back in. I'm like, do that again. And when he does that, hey Leon, you do the same thing.
Okay. On three.
Slide my foot out.
1, 2. Wait, we're going on 3 or 1, 2, 3, go.
1, 2, 3, go.
1, 2. Okay. Ready. 1, 2, 3.
Go.
And you both disappear and reappear over here.
In the same space?
Nope.
Did their limbs get mixed up?
Oh no, we got scrambled.
You gave me messages that you're next to.
Why did we do that exactly, Ephelos?
I'm just testing a theory. But Prince Elishu, let's test your theory now.
With all three of us at once?
Yeah.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, go.
Yeah.
Yes. 1, 2, 3.
Go.
Aha. Oh, very good.
Right. Now let's take a step again. 1, 2, 3, go.
Oh, excellent. Well, I guess you'll have to draw straws for who will be left behind. Sorry.
Wait. Hey, try moving forward without the other two of us.
Okay.
Yep. You move fine.
Ah, yes, it must just be right in the entryway there. Everything's fine.
Can you come back?
I suppose I can come back to the center of the room.
No, you stay there.
All right, if
Prince Elishu, you disappear.
Okay.
Right. So if I have a fox and a chicken on this side of the river, and I have a boat,
so nobody
and the
needs
fox
to be
will
left
eat the
behind.
chicken if.
Nobody needs to be left behind. As long as somebody comes back, we can get 3 at a time.
Right.
We just will be down different paths.
Yes.
Yep. And one path will have 3, and the other paths will have 2.
Well, I assume Dak's gonna want to come with me.
Safe assumption.
Yeah.
And
actually, Where's
Actually,
do you see
yeah.
Oma?
She sticked her head back around. I'm here.
Okay, good. I think I need to go that way.
With Oma.
Yes,
And
call it a hunch.
okay, Ephilis says. So we know the trick.
Yes.
Now we gotta figure out
Yes.
the means. So you might. And Wiglet, you didn't find Caliph, huh?
No. Yeah, and she'll be lost. If she ever does come back, she won't be able to get through this alone, it seems.
Well, at least we'll know where she'll be.
Halion, could you do the magic on the other side?
Oh, I don't know. I guess did I feel any different as I got across the threshold?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. As soon as you cleared it, you felt. And Oma actually says the same thing. She's like, I felt stronger on the other side.
Oh yes, it was much better.
Ephilis, do you think you could ruin this effect from the other side?
Wait. Oh yes, could do that. Good thinking.
I don't think so.
Well, why not?
This is high level magic.
Oh well, give it a try.
Burn a spell slot.
Burn a spell
Who
slot.
needs spell slots? Come on.
So yeah, how do we want to split up? I mean, in theory, we can split in pairs and one triplet, or if we really work it, all but two of us can go one way, and two of us are going at different ways.
Or all but two of us go one way, and those last two just stay in this area.
Wait.
Yeah.
I didn't hear what Mike just said. Sorry. I got laggy.
All but two go one way, and then the last two just wait.
Ephilis.
Yes. He's like standing there, like staring off down the passageway. Yes.
I have an idea, actually. If you are able to do this, if we think one of these passages is the right way, then I believe, depending on which one we wish to try, that perhaps you and I could be the ones who step down the other two and then just appear where we need to be, perhaps, with the rest of the group.
Halion, what happens if you send magic into this space from the outside?
I don't know. That's a good idea. I should find out.
Ephilis says it doesn't work.
Oh, it doesn't.
That's what I was just doing in the hallway.
But what if
You were casting fireballs at us.
I mean, I was just testing.
Chuck a fireball in there.
It was, I had a 50-50 chance. I figured I was okay.
But I'm curious if magic would function if you were ignoring this space. Let's say, like if you left the space you were in and reappeared beyond the barrier.
You can do that?
Yes.
Oh. Look who got high level.
I think Growrez can too, right? Don't you have a teleport?
I don't think so.
I thought you did. All right, never
I
mind.
do.
Oh wait.
I forget.
I feel like you exploded once and did that.
Let's see what spell we're using.
That sounds cool.
It's teleport. That's a really high level spell.
What? No. I mean,
No, like Misty stuff.
yes, that one.
But Ephilis says,
I mean, if he wants to use teleport, then that's fine.
it's worth a shot. I mean,
because yeah, if I'm here, 5,
all I
10,
prepared
15,
today.
20. Yep, I could pop up there.
You would have to be one space beyond that, though.
I'd have to be here.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, that's where the magic starts working again. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's see. Bing. No problem. I can see it. I just have to be able to see the space I'm going to, so.
And then draw my wall well enough, did I?
Nope.
All right. All right.
Like this wall's gonna be shit.
How can you tell?
Yep. Oh, the wall moved. I can go 30.
moved.
I can go 30 feet. Yeah.
That's great.
So I can get from there to there. But I can't get from here. Here's 2. I think. Whoops. Oh no, I guess I. Yeah. So I'd have to be in this one. So.
No, because the wall would block. The wall would block being able to see this square.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
So
that's
you don't
know
on
want
what-
to.
5, so you can't get to that square.
Even though I can get to this. Oh,
Yeah,
because
but-
I'm 30 feet, right?
Right, and so you
Yeah.
could get to this square, but that's going to teleport you back into the room.
But
But
you
you
can,
can't see that square because it's got a wall.
even though I can get from this corner to that corner. So I can see the back corner of this square, right?
Yeah, but you'd only be able to teleport to here.
But you all. But
You're
this
only
is
teleporting 30.
yeah. So this is. Whoops. This square is 30 feet away.
To get to here.
But I can see. So I can see the square that's 30 feet away. I can see the back corner of it. Right.
But you can't teleport into this square.
No, I'm going to teleport into this one. Whoops. This one. Which is 30 feet away. And I can see it.
10, 20.
So it's where you can see within 30 feet.
It's 30 feet from this square, but you wouldn't be able to cast from this square.
But so, Josh, it's not really 30 feet from that square because you're right. Because you're this. If we look at the center of the square, you could come from to the center of the square you're trying to get to.
Right.
It's actually 30 feet.
35.
35
That's what I'm
feet.
saying.
Okay. I was just.
Right.
Far away.
Okay. I see
Yeah,
what
it's
you mean.
30. It's 30. Yeah. It doesn't because
Oh, because I
roll
was
20
doing.
doesn't. Yeah, roll
It's
20
where
counts
it
the
was the
square you're
corner.
in.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. Cool. Yeah. So I can't make it from this one all the way across.
So then someone still has to stay.
So I can make it unless Evelys can go
So-
further than I can.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Ethel says, I'll try this side.
But that
And if
means
not-
yeah. But that means we're
if
going
not-
down one of these two. We're either going to have to go down this hallway or this hallway. All right, because I can't. I could pop from this one to this one, or vice versa.
But yeah, this hallway is a no go for you.
Because I just don't have a way to
that
get
hallway is
there.
a no go for you.
I'm sure they connect up.
So we just have to make
It'll
sure
be
we're
fine.
picking the right one, or the one we think is
More writer.
more right.
Based on
This
How-
evidence.
How did
So, I mean,
how did
Ethel
Jarella
says-
get down one of these? Because she's dead.
Or did she?
She's not
She's not
alive.
alive. she's a
Her
Or
husk.
she's a corpse.
maybe she counts now as an aberration, and she
that
can make it
lets,
through just
that lets
fine.
aberrations through.
Could be. Could be specific to subclass.
Ethel
Race.
says, so if your theory works with this, I can get over here, I think, because I've seen this hallway before, and I have a reasonably good chance of not ending up in the wall.
Spliced into the wall. Well, yeah.
If,
You win some, you
if
lose
that
some.
is- if that is the wall, if that is the one we want to try,
Well, I mean, since I'm here, I suppose I can see if I see anything that indicates if this is worthwhile or not.
I mean, should we just
Let's do a little scouting.
before we waste it? Yeah, let's send a little. Send a couple of us through to scout with you.
Yeah.
So again, split it up into 2, 2, and 3 just to be safe.
Yes.
Head
What
down,
could go wrong?
head down for 5 minutes in each direction.
I don't know about
That's what
5
we've been doing.
minutes. I don't know. I'm thinking like 6 seconds of walking. And I'm gonna look,
One round.
and then
I walked 30 feet. I'm like, fuck this. It's too dark.
Yeah,
I'm going the
yep,
other way.
going back.
I don't like this place. I'm not going far.
Well, and actually, you could
I'll
you
check
could
my
test your.
down these two before we even crossed. How far down does this one go?
So I know we have somebody with dark vision with 120 feet, I believe.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Growler.
So you can see in a straight line 120 feet, and it gets dark after that.
Yeah, that's
Down
this
the
one.
hallway that that Helion is standing on.
What about the
the
one
one that-
Leishu's in?
Prince Elishu is in. It also continues straight for 120 feet.
So I'll share that.
Yes, I know.
And Oma says that she looked down this where this turns up here, and she says it turns back, and she gives you a general direction. And so by her describing it to you, she says that's what it looks like. And that, I think her dark vision is 90 feet, I believe. Josh, what's your dark vision?
60, I think. Yeah, 60.
60. Okay, hers is 60 then. So she says I looked, and it was continuing darkness after that. I was thinking hers was 90 feet for some reason. I guess 60.
Then I suppose, well, perhaps that one, I don't know. So 2 go this way, and
Well, we could at least in part test your theory. If you could, somebody stands here, if you could try to light something they have up.
yes.
Because is that within 30?
That's a great proof of concept, Grelrose.
I am playing an intelligence character.
Oh no, light is touch.
Oh, yeah, don't do that.
I could just shoot an Eldritch Blast at them.
But it would have to pass.
No, that would
Oh
pass through.
yeah, well, I guess I can't do that.
Yeah.
Let's see what I could. What else could I do over there?
Has to be something that doesn't.
Nope, fireballs out.
Yeah, that has to pass.
Yeah, I already know.
That's too bad. Let's see. What else can we do? Touch.
Or does
One day
Ephilos
the
have
shield
something?
is going to
wait,
drop, and it's
I got
going to
one.
blow up.
I got one. There's one I can do.
Okay. Well,
That
there's a
works.
wig bit.
All right, Wigbit. I'm going. Yeah, catch this. I'm going to try to make a twin of Wigbit's weird little doll appear on his shoulder. It's an illusionary version of that weird, creepy doll. But we'll see if it appears over there or not. I think this is a similar
Sweet.
thing. So I'm just casting Minor Illusion.
Minor
Which is
illusion.
the same thing. 30 feet, something appears at the spot.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it appears.
Ah, yes. Well,
Wait, but you have 2 little dolls now.
Woohoo!
Just don't touch one.
At least it might work.
yes. I mean, in the theory, if that works, then it should. Same idea.
All right,
I'm
so
pretty
again,
sure
what-
this is the right way.
we should go that way. That's just
Y'all haven't. This is not the same party though. Like that
It's not.
party that didn't follow Wigwood is that. So y'all don't know what he's talking about. I mean,
No.
if it was the other
Right.
party, then y'all would know that he is right. But since you don't know that.
Nope. No idea.
No, I think that we scout these, eat for a few minutes carefully, and then reconvene here. If you encounter trouble, then retreat.
Yes.
Okay, it's a waste of time, and no, this is the right one. But if you want to,
All right, fine. Then I'll join you if this is the right one.
Cephalus says, I'm not sure splitting up is the best option.
I'm not sure we have much of an option.
Your predecessors. No, we do have an option.
I didn't say much of one though.
Your predecessors tried that, and well, Wigby can tell you,
and they weren't bloodied.
right? They didn't look like crap.
Yeah.
But they also were not level 7.
No, they were level 6.
Yeah.
So totally different.
All right, let's all go Wigbit's way then.
All right, so we're trying that whole seeing whether or not Ephelis and Helion can get here.
Yeah, we'll see if we can pop over there.
Because Ephelis could stand here and see this hallway, so he'll at least have seen, or we could have him go for that way first, like, you know,
yeah,
do a trio, so he can see that space.
I'll use my lantern to make it well lit, so you can have a really good look at it.
Ugh.
Thanks.
That's awful.
He says it'd probably be easier to go straight across, but okay, I'll try it.
He was already trying to teleport somewhere he couldn't see, right?
Oh yeah, that's true, because it is a dark passageway. I was like, oh my god, turn that damn thing off.
Yep.
You know, this is why we need to pay for the pro user or whatever Roll20, because you get dynamic lighting on that.
Yeah.
And you know, it does it right.
How much is pro user?
So there's plus and there's pro, and I don't remember which one is the better one.
Is it
there isn't like a lot
of one-time cost?
It's like a yearly subscription, and we all have to have
it's
it.
$100 for a year for like the one that really matters. The one that's a pro or the mid-level is like $40 a year, but there really isn't a whole lot in there that I think it's worthwhile.
So that's like what, $8 a month?
Yeah.
And change. Which is
would we each need to get that?
No, one person can get it.
I thought we all had to have it to see the. I thought that's what we figured out before, but maybe I'm remembering wrong.
Because I was reading something that made it sound like that only one person needed to get it, but I could be wrong.
Well, let's find that out.
Yeah, we can look into it.
But either way,
yeah,
bright as hell in here right now.
Yeah.
So,
well, are we sure that is the one we wish to go down before we do all of this?
I mean, we can't be sure.
I'm pretty sure.
All right, he's pretty
sure.
We might as well.
It's always sure.
But we do have. I mean, let's think for a moment. We do have two that appear to go in the same direction and one that goes in a different direction.
Mm-hmm.
And one that turns and two that goes straight.
One the different direction was the one I wanted to go down.
But that's the only one we can't go down.
What do you mean?
I can't get over there. I can get to this one that I'm currently in, or the one that Wigbit says is the right one.
Well, then that's obviously not the one we want.
What one's obviously not?
Well, there's one that we'd have to leave someone behind.
I'm telling you, my froggy senses are tingling, telling me this is it.
Well, okay then. Guess Ephelis and I step back and forth for a little while. dance on and off our spot. Yep.
Until eventually,
boop, boop,
Everybody-
boop, boop.
Leon and Ephelis are
Yep.
through, right? That's what we decided.
Yep.
Right.
Everybody
Yeah, once
gets
everybody-
through and leaves that spot open, and then
So what's our marching order up here? Wigbit's first because he knows the way, I'm guessing.
Which means Dak is second.
Jack is probably
I mean,
although
somebody
Oma is pretty determined. Actually, Oma kind of shoves her way past Dak.
like somebody who can actually see would
She
probably
can
be.
take the lead if she wants. Although
Oma shoves her way past you. As soon as you even hint that that's okay, she like pushes her way past you.
Halien's gonna want to follow her though.
All right.
All right.
Oh,
Ephelis, would you like to go first, or shall I?
I don't know what's happening.
why don't you go ahead and go in
I
case something
Yes.
happens?
Let's not get splinched.
Exactly.
I just made up that term for what happens.
That is a great term for that. You see him like his book pops out of its own accord now, and it starts to write in there. Splinged. I like that term. We shall use that term. I'm crediting it to Halion.
Yep, I definitely made it up. Not from Harry Potter.
Not
all right,
at all.
So I
Not
will
at
try
all.
to Misty Step into that spot right there. See if I make it.
You make it.
Neat.
Yeah, because it's
Yes, Ephelis, it works. Just wait a second. Don't go quite yet. I'm gonna move so he doesn't crash into me.
Can you give him like guidance or something from?
Yes, just no, don't teleport to my voice. I can't help him. He's on his own.
Don't you have a spell that like makes him roll D4 extra or something?
If I touched him before
Oh,
we did this, and it's an ability check. So.
flashback.
Yeah, which I don't think it's an ability.
Yeah, this is an ability check. I think this is a save.
Yeah, it's a save or a D100 or something. It's not a skill
yeah.
check.
It's not an
I
ability check.
think.
Look, he'll do it or he won't. I don't know.
He's influence. He'll be fine.
Yep. I did it. That's what matters. Because I'm a
Right.
PC.
Character.
I have agency.
so you wait.
Yep.
For like him to appear, and he doesn't appear when he should.
Well, Ephelis has failed.
He doesn't appear when he should.
Like he doesn't appear like the next round. Within
Must-
6 seconds.
Must have
Uh,
sent
Ephelis.
himself to another plane of existence or something.
Ephelis, where are you?
I'm sure he'll catch up.
I stick my head out.
Oh, don't step there.
No.
See, where do you
Whoops.
step?
All right, well, guess you're staying. Bye.
But you also know that like
Oh, also,
you're
don't
gonna
peek
be
your head
playing
out.
with fire,
Don't
even if
peek
you like stick your head.
Don't peek your
in
head
that
in that
space.
square. Don't put any part of your person in that
Yeah.
square.
Now, from like if you get back to like there and you try to use the angle to kind of see, I still don't think you can see based on what
smash
we
your-
just talked about.
Like smash your head right up against the wall.
I shout out that way though. I say,
Mm.
Ephelis.
You don't get a response.
Well, I don't think he'll be joining us.
What do you think happened?
Well,
Almost
I
says
recall
he's
correctly.
Ephelis. He's Ephelis. He'll be fine. And she starts marching down the
yes,
hallway.
he will be fine. Exactly. That's what
He's
I'm
usually
saying.
powerful, so
He is. He just may have
Unless he
sent
gets in
himself.
the room with no magic and he's
Well,
just
he may
another guy.
He may have sent himself somewhere else for the time being.
Caliph might have gotten him.
Maybe he finally got to him.
That's where she was.
He
She was waiting
appeared.
for him.
Yes, he appeared in the room, and she was ready.
I mean,
Killed
guys, are you sure we should leave?
Yes,
No.
we have
I
to.
don't. Oma.
I'm not letting
Wait.
Oma.
Oma hasn't stopped.
I'm not letting her out
Oma
of
has
sight.
not stopped.
By the way,
She's
I'm not.
do what?
I'm not letting her out of sight.
I mean, she said when she said Ephelis will be fine, and she started marching, and then y'all are still like, is this? Do you think we should leave him? She keeps right on.
All right, Growlers will catch up to her because he's got the best vision, so that he can actually see what's happening.
Yeah, you can see a lot further. Yeah. All right.
So we got Decker in the back.
Yep.
I guess.
Whoa, covering the rear. All right.
And I'll wait for a little while for them to get ahead, and then we'll follow eventually.
All right, I've got my lantern so you can see where we are.
Once the light starts to get a little dim, we better go.
Nope. Yeah. And Dak looks confused again. It's a fairly common state for him. But yeah, he's like,
yeah. Ephilis.
Ephilis. Shrug his shoulders. Yeah. So I gave you, and this, I know this isn't like a lot to look at, but you might be in a place where you could potentially get lost. So I gave you this like just sketch of a map, and you don't know this, but you're in Zuspengar. That's the name of the place you're in. Anyway, so that big chamber at the top of the map, if you're looking at it, it's in your journal, is like where that's the portal in the room you fought all the dudes in, and then you came down the spiraling passageway, and then you get to this intersection that you were in right here, and so you're taking like that top. So obviously this isn't the scale, but it's gonna just help you kind of keep a bearing of if you should get to another 4-way intersection, where you're going.
Yeah, what looks like what.
Yeah, and so you can do what you will with that. You have editing rights on that, so if you want to draw, I don't actually know if you can draw on it or not, but I'll update it. I'll update it after each game and then plop it in there. So because it looks like it's a picture. It doesn't look like it's an editable thing, but I could be wrong. Yeah, I couldn't figure out how to do here's a Google thing that you can just update in game, but that's probably in the $100 package. So we're marching down a passageway. So the
right one. Actually, they all go to the same place.
What'd you say?
The right passage, but they all go to the same place, so we were good.
Maybe. See.
So the passageway is narrow, and it's always like, unless like I tell you otherwise, it's going to be like single file down unless you're like going to squeeze in beside somebody. So it's 5 feet, maybe a little bit wider than 5 feet, but it's not much bigger than that. A lot of times it'll slim down to 4 or 3 feet even, and so you're like having to twist and turn your way through it. And the ceilings aren't very high here either. In fact, in some places, Prince Elishu actually has to duck when he's walking in these passageways. So it's not a comfortable experience.
Of course it is. This is perfect.
It's great.
Yeah, no, it feels great to some of you, yeah. But you can't see. I'm gonna roll these dice, right? Okay, so that's a good start.
It seems like
it is a good start.
Well, it was all right.
But I will give everybody a tracks is, why do I always forget this? Survival? Yeah, so a survival roll if you desire. If you feel like that's something you'd be looking at the floor as you're walking. I'll just make a good roll.
Anyone that
makes sense. He's from down here.
Survival.
Wigbet survives good.
I mean, gotta at least have it trained if you're from the outside.
So, Growlres and Wigbet, you notice that there are clearly illithid tracks, and you've actually probably faced off against enough illithid now. You've got an idea of what their feet look like, but there's clearly illithid tracks through here as you are marching down this passageway.
Illithid have been this way.
Yeah.
Where are going?
Can I get a sense of how many?
2-way traffic
with his ranger sense.
2-way traffic, and no, you cannot get a sense of how many
or how recent.
So many. All of them.
Hundreds.
All the elephant.
All of them.
Every last one of them.
Yep, they've all been
Minus
here.
the ones we've killed.
Right, of course.
Of
I
course.
mean, they might have come through this way before we killed them.
It's true.
That's a good point. Yeah. So I'm gonna roll this again.
We either chose the right way or the very wrong way.
Either way, we're going the right way.
Oh, that's neat.
This is definitely the right way.
So I guess Gralrez is gonna see it first. So you travel for a certain amount of time that you don't really have a concept of, but it's a little while. It's 15 minutes, by the way. If you like to put that in whatever how many feet you walk in 15 minutes, that's how far you go. And then at the end of that time, Gralrez, you can see it first, but you can see up ahead. Oh, can't you really see that though? You really can't see that. You don't see anything actually. You don't see. There's nothing to be seen. But everybody can make a perception roll though.
I guess, am I just making it sooner?
Say it again.
I guess, am I just making it sooner?
If it's to be
Because I did
seen,
pretty well.
Oh, yeah.
if it's to be
I actually
right,
I did as well as my survival.
pretty well. Yeah, you did.
I couldn't do better if I tried.
And if you were better at it, you would have done better.
Right.
No, I'm not saying anything. So you smell first, and it's probably that you would smell it first anyway. You smell poison gas up ahead.
Oma, hold on.
She doesn't look happy about it, but she stops.
There's more poison gas ahead. I can smell it.
Ugh.
Does it smell the same
And,
as that stuff we went through?
Yeah, you all can smell it. You all, like he said that, and as he was saying that, y'all were starting to. We know that smell. We've traveled through that before.
Hmm.
This stuff really stunk.
Yeah, it wasn't very good.
I can't remember. Did we determine before that it was just like poison gas hanging in the air somewhere, or that it was magical of some, like magical in nature? Did we ever determine that?
It is not magical.
Okay.
It is a naturally occurring thing in the Underdark.
Seeping.
That's
out
what
of the ground.
Gralrez was able to tell you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would rather not breathe any of that in again.
Yeah, I'm
Unpleasant.
already not
Last
feeling
time.
too well.
Well, we either go through it or we turn around and we go back the other way.
Well, we've already invested a lot in going this way, so we should continue.
Yep.
I'm gonna turn
Gralrez
around.
will get out a cloth and wet it, and it can cover his face for whatever it's worth.
Can we just,
Nothing. It's worth nothing.
Yeah, but he's going to do it anyway. It's like,
Makes him feel good.
you know what? It makes him feel good, and even if it does nothing, it could help others. So I'm going to wear my mask.
can we just hold our breaths and run through it? See if we can get to the other side?
We could try, but I'm guessing it's one of the kinds that just seeps into your pores anyways.
Not if you're quick enough. Again,
You just
see
dodge
Wig
the
that starts to
poison.
kind of
I'm gonna dodge the gas.
take the dodge
Yep,
action.
just
And,
dodge right through each gas particle.
Yep.
Oh man.
Barry Allen style.
Yep.
All right.
Almost starts to walk towards it.
Yep.
All right. Fine. All right.
Galatia is not thrilled.
I'm not
No,
thrilled
no,
either.
it's-
Right. Well, see you on the other side, I hope.
We'll see.
All right. So Alma, like, I mean, so you're like step in, and you know she coughs a little bit, but she keeps walking. As you pass in, make a Constitution saving throw. Is that everybody?
oh no, sorry.
Wiglet's coming. All right.
Ugh,
This is good.
Oh
it's a lot of
Super good.
bad stuff there.
I'll get my next character ready. Don't worry. I'll get it ready tonight.
I'm gonna let me open up that PHP.
Oh, that's not with advantage. What's the first one there? The first one is y'all can't kill Dak. We know that.
Yeah, no, Dak's gonna survive. Nobody else is gonna survive. Dak's gonna survive.
If he's gonna die, he's gonna get to go out in a heroic way.
Yeah, it's not gonna be some
Dak's gonna be
poison
a 20th
hallway.
level gift.
That's right.
Yeah. So you pass through it, and at first you don't feel any different besides it's like this stinky, nasty poison. And after let's say 5 rounds or so, you kind of pass out of it. So it wasn't as thickly condensed as the last big old bat
That's fine.
passed through. And yeah, so like those first 5 rounds, the first 30 seconds, you pass through it, and then like the next 29 seconds, you're like, huh, I don't feel so bad. And then another second passes, and
Then you feel bad.
then
And you
it
all
looks like
melt.
Gralrez and Helion and Wigbit. Yep,
Yeah.
they're the ones.
Yeah.
You made it.
So you did make it. You are considered poisoned,
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
and do we want me to roll the die one time for everybody, or does everybody want to roll their own d4?
Oh, it makes us go nuts. Or
Makes you weak.
weak.
Oh,
Yeah.
this thing.
I'll roll a d4 for myself. I think
Everybody roll your own
affected
D4.
differently.
And that's how many Constitution points you're down.
Yep. Yep.
Oh,
Nailed it.
Ooh.
All right. So my
So
constitution was
lost 7 hit points off the top for me.
I just want to roll what I would have rolled for y'all just to see. Should have taken
See,
my
I
roll.
should have.
Y'all
All
just
See, it's because you wear the cloth. You guys weren't wearing the cloth. You should have worn your
No.
mask.
I don't think that's.
That's exactly it.
I
I'm
don't
wearing
think
a
that's it.
cloth.
Not a loincloth. That's not where you breathe through.
Yes, you don't feel particularly great. The three of you.
So what if we lose and we lose hit points right away?
Off your
Or
max, yeah.
off? Yeah.
Yeah,
It's off
Max,
the
that's
max.
good.
Okay.
That's nothing.
All right.
Yeah, right now it doesn't matter for me.
I feel great.
Far from our max that this is fairly immaterial.
Right.
Yeah. I guess this is gonna
Yeah, y'all
matter.
need to heal.
Yeah.
Y'all
Yeah.
should have taken our best.
Yeah, well, we've got an Oma.
Oma.
You gotta let the angel die sometimes, guys.
That's
The angel's already dead. She's not an
No,
angel.
no. Well, we'll see.
Yeah, this is gonna work well. Yeah. But the passageway continues. I don't remember what that is.
It cures poison and
Restores our hit points.
I think that's what that one was.
Mhm.
Fountain of Vitality.
Huh.
That's we stepped into another portal that gives us a rest.
A long rest and
Just enough XP to go up a level.
exactly
And,
around 3,000, actually 2,100 XP. Yep.
So, Gralrez, you do see this before anybody. Up ahead, you see, and this is after like another 15 minutes of marching. You see I guess it's a faint greenish light that is seems to be just emanating from the passageway ahead.
Oh my, there's a green light ahead. I can't tell what it's from.
I dim the lantern down. Like way down.
Okay.
So it's 25 and 25.
Okay. So she cautiously approaches, but she does move forward. And as do you follow her? I'm assuming.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So as you get closer to it, make a nature roll, Gralrez.
Oh, that's a thing I do.
Oh yeah, you do it well. So you have heard of, because you got close enough now where you can actually make out where the light's coming from. The light's coming from the walls, and as you got within let's say 40 feet or so of where this light, you can see the light. You notice that there are these stones that are in the wall. And you have heard of something called 6 stones.
Mm-hmm.
6 stones?
And
there's 6 of them.
SICK, like 6 stones. And they do what they sound like they do. And you don't really have to touch them. They
lick them, and you get.
Yeah, we lick them.
All your sickness goes away.
We kiss them like the blind stone.
Yep.
But they you don't even have to touch them. They if you're just within the presence of that light, it can affect you.
Oh my, hold on. This place is horrible. I think those are 6 stones.
The stones are ill? Doesn't make any sense.
They make you ill.
Oh. So just don't touch them then.
It doesn't matter if you touch them. As long as you get close to them, it's no good.
That light is the problem, right?
I suppose. Either the light or just whatever's coming off of them. Let me try something. How close are we?
So you're like 40 feet from the edge of the light.
Okay.
And so they shed light in it's like 20 feet out. So you're about 60 feet from like the nearest stone.
That's perfect. I'm going to take out one of my acid packets and fling it right at one of those stones. See if I can melt it.
Blow up some stones. Okay.
Yeah, why not?
Make it to hit. Make it to hit roll.
Okay. We know I'm pretty good at these. That's not bad.
Yeah. Yeah, so it
For 8 acid
splatters
damage.
on the wall. And does 8 acid. Yeah, so there's some melting, and then like some of the light is going out, but you do realize that there's not a lot here, but it may take you a little bit of time of aciding the wall.
How many do I think it's going to take me? How many packets? It's a question of if I have enough.
You think that there is so you think that there's probably like 6 spots I guess now 5 spots.
Okay.
So it would take like, because I mean, the acid's hitting and it's like bursting. So I mean, it's not just like,
Right.
you know, so when it bursts, it takes out 2 or 3 stones at a time. But you think if you were accurate with 5 more throws, you could probably take them out.
No. No, I don't think we did. All right. Yeah, I'll keep throwing acid packets.
Okay. All right. So just make as long as you make the hit roll, they'll hit and do the job.
All right,
That's 1
2.
down. That's 2. And you need 4 more.
Good.
Oh,
Seems
good.
Like
3, 4. Look at these good rolls.
Get them out of the way now.
Killing all those stones.
I mean, they count for experience.
10 actually hits because it's just a wall.
Oh, okay. I can hit a wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hit them. Yep.
All right, there you go. Yeah. So you spend 36 seconds like rolling acid patches at the
Acid
wall.
everywhere.
Yeah.
It's
Melting stone.
Yeah, and the stone kind of dissolves or burns up, I guess.
That's why you bring an alchemist.
Right.
Yeah.
Or someone with acid splash. That would have been great.
Yeah. Or like
That's
acid.
probably acid.
Like acid breath, maybe.
yeah,
Acid breath would have been fine. If you can go far enough.
yeah, covered.
I'll just make more of these during our next long rest of eternal rest.
Yep.
You were making packets in the portal.
Just the whole way down. Just,
Yeah.
I can't see, but I'm making acid
Yep.
packets.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. a
Um,
flashback. I made extra acid packets.
Flashback.
I'll take 2 stress
I
from that.
tell you, we're gonna use that for every game we play now.
So good.
It's a great.
Flashback and yeah. By the way, flashback to 6 weeks ago when I picked up 17 healing potions in the city. So
That's right.
yeah.
We're talking about a game that we play on Sundays called Blades in the Dark.
Where you can flashback and do whatever you
How
need
about-
to do.
Yeah, how about if we flash back and Vor just leaves these chumps in that room with the illustrated escapes? I want to flash back to then.
Oh, there's a
I
lot of
like
flashback.
Halion though.
I do too. I'm glad he's
There's
around.
Yeah.
a lot of flashbacking could have been done.
I'd still try not to touch the stones, but we should be fine to pass.
Okay.
Don't touch the stones.
Yeah, I assume like their glow stopped.
Yes. Yeah. That's what I'd say. I mean, it takes like even after you hit the last one, it takes a few extra seconds for like the glow to kind of fade away.
Can
Alright,
I use the stones to destroy the stones?
Sorry.
All right. Wait a minute. Wait. Hang on. Just real quick. So the room. All right. So that room we were in before had purple stones in the wall.
Mm-hmm.
This has got green stones in the wall.
Mm-hmm. We had black stones as well.
Okay. That
No,
one,
it's
that
purple
one doesn't
moss.
do anything.
Oh no, it was purple
Blue.
stone. You're right.
Yeah.
Blue moss.
Blue moss.
Blue moss.
That's right.
All right. So
Moss.
we're looking for a few more colors, and then put the
I think
glove
you
on.
figured it out.
Yep. I got it.
Figured it out.
We're in Johnny's brain, which is full of infinity stones.
What it is. Yeah. So the real question is, as you pass by, does Wigmit touch the stones?
No, he does not.
Okay. All right. I mean, I'm just
If he weren't bloody, it might be more.
Yeah.
More consideration.
Because I know the rest of you won't touch him, but Wigmit, you just.
It's a good question.
Huh. All right. So you travel for. I mean, you keep walking down, and the passageway is after that like area of 6 stones. You notice there was a noticeable, not like a straight drop like a slide, but it's certainly the ground starts to slope down, and you feel like you are marching deeper. And after 30 more minutes of marching, you all are going to die.
Yep. We've been waiting for that part.
That is very true.
You see ahead, Gralres first. You can tell that it opens up into a chamber of some type.
It looks like it opens up ahead.
That could be good.
Could be bad.
Probably.
I'm assuming y'all paused to at least discuss for a second here.
Yeah. I don't think we're in the right shape for this, but we're ready to go in.
We are not prepared for this.
Nope.
So how do we do this as defensively as possible?
Well, it could just be.
Grolres, how much support can you play?
I mean, it's just fine support, I suppose.
If
these are illithid, standing in a straight line won't be very useful for us.
No, well, if they're lithid, then we need to make it so that we can't all get inside their mind blast at once.
Or lightning mouth, whatever those things are doing.
Yeah. But I just wonder, you seem the most able to heal us.
I've got a little left in me, yeah.
You have a little left? Looking around, what would you be able to do before we began?
I could heal a little bit of us. I could give someone a healing potion.
You already gave me one. Who else had one?
I have one.
You
I held
kept
on to one.
Okay.
If you have it, you should take it now.
We're not going to rest.
In
I'm
this
not sure.
hallway?
Not sure we'll get much rest with that just up there.
No, I doubt we'll be able to. Right here.
All right.
And then, did somebody else take the potion of heroism?
I think we would have given that to you.
I had it. I didn't transfer it to this character sheet.
What does it do?
Gives you like temporary hit points every round.
Every round?
Something like that.
I don't remember.
Good.
Then looking around, I guess everybody looks pretty beat up.
Yeah.
Yep.
Except for Oma, yeah.
Well, and who's not poisoned? The slaver?
Dak.
Right.
And
Oh.
yeah.
But is Dak bloodied?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well then.
Yeah, Dak's in oh, he's fine. He'll just keep rolling 20s to
That's
stand up. He's fine.
Yep. He always gets up.
Dak will get 12.
Ooh.
Heroism is just one time temporary and then bless spell. I don't know what that is, but
And then Growlres will hand the common potion of healing to Alaishu. I guess you should drink that.
What is it? 2d4 plus 2?
Yep.
Oh, that's good.
Look at you.
Pretty good.
That's
So you
about
guys
as
are
good
getting
as it
all.
gets.
You guys are getting juiced in the hallway here.
see if mine are good.
No.
They said.
Sorry,
Not
They're
as good.
average.
that one was a dud. +2.
So this is great.
I don't know that I was bloodied anymore when that top came off. I might be good. I technically was no longer bloodied.
That's okay. Getting 7 back is still
You
good.
still probably needed it. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Good to have.
So I got a question. I just moved y'all's dudes over. Did they update when I moved them over, or did I just move y'all over and then you got to update them again? Because that would suck.
Talking about health.
Yeah.
I did mine in the character sheet and it's tied. So
Yeah.
Is
Yeah, I
that
do
what y'all
mine.
do as well?
Yeah, I do
Yeah,
mine in the
I do
character
mine in the
sheet.
sheet.
Oh, never mind.
I'm doing something wrong then. If I do this on my character sheet, then that would change my icon?
Should, as long as
It'll
it's linked.
it'll update your token, and vice versa.
should, if it's connected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know that mine is. I don't know how that works.
Johnny has to do it.
Oh.
What do I have to do?
Connect his assign
Yes,
his token to a sheet. But if you already
Yes.
have, then yeah, any changes you
Yeah.
make on the sheet should be reflected on the token menu. Like
Yeah, you should be connected.
your little pop-up bubble.
I'll check, but he should be. Let me go here. Let me go here. This is Prince Elishu. Right, I gotta go up here. Yeah, he should be connected,
Then yeah, it should work.
so it should work. Did it work?
I've got my 36 hit points on my character sheet. So if I increase it,
Yeah, it should just happen on your token too.
Yeah, your token says 36.
yeah. But if I changed it to 41 on my character sheet and nothing changed on my token.
That's interesting. Why not?
I don't know.
What did I do wrong?
What did I do wrong?
Prince Elishu. Why are you not tied to that token? All right. Are you resetting things?
No, I was just taking off the bars. Taking the data out of the bars to see if that was messing it up.
Now you have no data.
Right.
All right, hang on.
It's not important. We don't need to do this right now.
All right. I'll do it while y'all decide what you're gonna do.
We'll
see what
We're
decision y'all make.
charging in the room, obviously.
Yeah.
Why
we're
why else are we
forward.
drinking all these health
Seems
potions?
like so.
Oh,
I've switched you over to a very, very large map. So you'll have to scroll over to the right.
Oh yeah, we're way
like
down
middle
there.
right. Oh yeah, man,
Like, look
that's
at us.
good.
Oh, this is a really, really, really large map.
This
Yep.
bodes well.
Look at these
Wait,
little.
not even a giant map.
Look at these little us's. We're cute. Look how
You'll be
cute
able to
and
zoom
tiny.
in on the little. You'll be able to zoom in on the little U's in a moment.
How
You know,
cute
but
and tiny we are.
so that says you have 27 hit points, Mike,
Yeah,
which is weird.
and get my updated.
So is everybody else's HP correct on this screen?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Hmm.
Those are the numbers.
Huh.
Yep.
Those are the numbers, huh?
Yep.
Okay.
It's all
Great.
fine. Everything's fine. We don't need any more.
No.
Nope.
Yeah, you really do. So you see kind of, and I had to put you on the map here. I didn't make the hallway large enough for your 120 feet of dark vision, but from the angle you have, that's what you can see in. So if you can't see what this fella here is, that's a Grimlock.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what you can see, from let's say this space is 120 feet away from me right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see a Grimlock ahead. So that's the question. Do we charge in or do we get close enough and I start throwing little packets at them?
But you said this was 120 feet?
Yeah, so where the light ends, we'll say that's 120 feet for Gralrez.
Oh, okay.
Just to, yeah.
Well, okay. I mean, if I get I'm close enough. Wait, how? I can't see him.
No, you got to get within 6 to 10.
Because I'm close enough. I just can't see it.
Unless we shine the 120 light down there, then you're close enough.
True.
No.
How far away is it? Would
It's
you
about
guess?
at the edge of my vision.
Well, I could deal with it from here. If I could see it.
Well, it's still that question of if we want to be standing here in the hallway or some of us getting up or what we want to do.
I mean, standing in the hallway has worked nicely before.
For some of us.
Some of us. I mean, well, you elected to hide behind a rock in the middle of the room rather than stand in the hallway. If I recall.
It seemed like it was going to work just fine.
It did. It worked fine. We all survived.
Right.
I would rather not run into a large room full of whatever happens to be out there if we can help it.
I'd rather not stand in the hallway though and get my brain cooked by the.
Well, some of us can go in, and some of us can
stay out there. Then yes, I would. It would not.
Aren't
be
they
a great
always
idea.
around these Grimlock creatures? Don't they seem to?
I don't know. I haven't met that many.
I feel like every time I've met one of these Grimlocks, there's been a Illithid around.
Around, I guess. But yeah, the first time you met a Grimlock, it was just Grimlocks and Brain Eaters. Or whatever they are, Brain Devourers, Mind Devourers, whatever they're called.
Intellect Devourer.
That's the one, thank you.
Oh, that's right, the little brain bugs.
Little brain
Another
bugs.
reason it might not be bad to, I don't know.
Spread out. So we don't kill each other. I recall one time we went into one of these places and the first two of us, I think I was in that battle. No, I wasn't. No, I was out. Never mind. Or the first two held up the rest because we couldn't get past them.
Yeah. I remember that. Yeah.
That one was lethal.
That was bad.
But I don't remember that. Dak remembers it. Dak says no.
And he conveys it.
No, actually, no. Dak was out for that too.
Was he out with me too? I think we were.
Yeah, he was that. He was out. Yeah.
That's how he survived.
I can light up the room, and then we can get to it. But everybody would need to rush in right behind me, so that all the focus isn't just on me.
I'm fine with that.
What? Oma looks at Gralrez and says, "Why don't you sneak up there and see what else is in there?"
You think I'm that sneaky?
She turns around and looks at anybody else. All right. Who's the sneaky one then?
All right.
She stayed behind.
Do what? She stayed behind.
The sneaky one stayed behind. Yes.
All right, I'll try and
Caleb, if you are in this hallway, go see what's in the room.
We need you to go check out.
We flash back to where he didn't show down the hallway.
We don't know.
Gralrez will try and sneak up. I forgot.
So when you okay, and you like start to go, you see Dak like me.
But can you see in the dark? Okay, you stay here. I'll be back.
Growlers, did you just get like, you thought it was a racial thing and then you realize you are actually really good at it?
Oh, sneaking in the dark?
Yeah, well, just sneaking. He said, oh, actually, I'm pretty good at that.
I just. Yeah, because I forgot I actually.
He's
have
like,
a
oh,
swing.
because I'm a gnome? Like,
Oh, because I'm a gnome. Oh,
Right,
you
I'm a gnome. I must be good at stealing.
I'm sneaky.
but yes, I am.
I'm actually good at that.
I
There
am
you go.
actually.
I mostly just like juggled and did handstands. I didn't realize they did all this other stuff too.
I'll sneak forward. Pretty okayly.
Yeah, that's a pretty good sneak.
So do you want to? Yeah. So how far do you? If you want to walk yourself up to, so
There.
okay, that's what I was curious.
Yeah. I mean, essentially, he's going to sneak up until somebody notices him. Then he's running
All the way
back
to the edge and see.
at
All right.
monk speed.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm
No, that's
assuming
good.
he gets up to there.
Yeah, 23 is a good sneak. I don't think I can see you with that. I don't think I have any passives that are that good. So let me do this first because 120 feet it's a good ways.
It's a decent amount.
Okay, let's see. I'm gonna drop that. I'm gonna do this. All right. Here we go.
Well, this is fine.
Oh, wow.
That's the noise that actually comes out of him.
I
No,
can't see
I
down
mean,
there.
We've got what? Durgar, hammer
this
things.
Yeah.
seems fine.
Yeah, then I can give you the
These were those
On the
shadow
tour.
things.
the soul blades.
Soul blades. These are mind things.
Yep, brain eaters.
Grimlocks.
Bunch of Grimlocks, and then we had two Durgar, the Screamer guys.
Yeah.
Couple regular Duergar.
But so far, I'm not seeing any Illithid.
Yeah,
And
see?
then and that's
and then all the Illithid appear.
Oh, and
that's
then
the extent
the
of your.
space is filled with Illithid.
Yeah.
Can you not see there?
Hmm?
Sorry. Yeah, and there's one. You can see that space actually. That's the edge of your vision, so you can see another Duergar Soul Blade right there.
Good. That's good.
Trying to get the.
Somebody's calculating
Oh,
a
don't-
fireball.
Don't worry about this.
He's
20
checking out
foot.
his fireball right
Yeah,
now.
just looking at the whole 20-foot radius here. Look,
But
I can.
you take the.
Can you hit 9?
Go ahead.
I think 10.
Oh, okay. But you just have to be up front.
Yep.
Okay. Alternatively, I mean, so Growlers will sneak back.
Yeah.
I don't know what's
and
going
I
on
don't
up
know, I
there,
mean,
so.
you could tell by the map, right? That like this area is obviously bigger than your dark
Yeah.
site.
Yeah,
Okay, I was to make sure that was
There's
So
lots
they're-
and are they just
more
like milling
area.
about? They're just standing there dumbfounded because they haven't been told what to do, or
these things. They all look like they're on their guard, and all the ones that are fairly close to you are looking actually in your direction,
right?
but you just like crept up and
They're
were
looking above
sneaky,
because they're
like,
expecting something taller.
I mean, you actually saw like one of them when you
Right.
first peeked over. One is looking right at
Right
you, and
over
you're
your
like,
head.
shit. And then you're like, wait, he's not actually looking at me because he doesn't have any eyeballs, so he can't be looking at me.
Same.
Yep. No eyeballs.
But you do tell when you're sitting there that occasionally you see the ones without eyeballs, they go like they're constantly like sniffing.
Right.
Weird.
But I managed to sneak well enough to hide my scent.
Yeah,
Perfect. I sneak back.
I can't get that high.
What did you see?
A lot.
A lot? Oh, good.
A lot of Grimlocks.
Oh,
A lot of those little brains. Several Duergar, like the ones that we fought when we first got in here. A lot. No Illithid though.
Oh,
Not
well.
yet.
wonderful. So this
So-
shouldn't be a problem.
Oh, just like
So it might be better to.
just a couple of those little brains could finish us.
Yeah, it might be better to stay in the hallway and draw them in.
Excellent. Are they standing relatively nearby each other?
I don't know. Relatively, I suppose.
Well, we could kick things off by making it very clear that we have arrived. And maybe deal with a lot of them, from the jump.
Do we have to do
Whatever
this
that person
now?
means, sure.
What?
Do we have to do this now?
And like when you say that, like Oma has this like look of, yes, we have to do this now, but then she keeps looking at each of you like, and how many is a lot? She says.
Oh, good dozen or so, from what I could see. Chamber is too big for me to see to the end of it, so I don't know how much more is in there. I can't see.
It's a big chamber.
It's a very big chamber.
If we could just hold out an hour, track back a ways,
Try to rest.
that would go a long way.
You'd have to go through that poison gas again.
Oh, is that? We don't have to go back that far.
Oh, okay. Well, you said go back an hour.
No, yeah, I meant
Go back and rest for an hour.
go back
Go
like
back and rest for an hour.
ways and rest for an hour. Yeah.
I got you. Yeah, it's about 30 minutes to the poison gas.
No, I don't want to. I was thinking like maybe go back a few minutes, 5 minutes, and then just.
Although, and I mean, I would welcome a time to rest, but I'm also concerned with what might happen in that chamber while we are resting.
I
Yeah,
can
but
always take another peek.
For all we know, it could get worse.
Yeah, but we could all die if we
I mean,
go in looking like this.
I don't know how much worse it could get. That won't just happen as soon as we start a fight.
Well, you said you didn't see any illithid,
Yeah,
Not yet.
but he saw
so that would be worse.
of the chamber.
Well, if we start some noise, I would imagine any nearby illithid would show up.
If there's Grimlocks and there's Intellect Devourers, there are Illithid. Not seeing them doesn't make them not here.
And not seeing them doesn't make it a better situation. At least seeing them, we'd know where they are.
Yes, true. Although we certainly do have the element of surprise right now, which we may lose should someone scout this passage and find us. Or
If we could eliminate them quietly, maybe we could.
There's no way that we can eliminate that many quietly.
No, they're not going to all scout at once. One or two.
You mean just kill the scouts?
Yeah,
If we go back a ways.
if we go back a ways, out of earshot, scream shot.
but then we haven't rested. And
No, we'll take a break from the rest.
hit pause on that
works
rest.
I don't remember how it works for a short rest. I know how it works for a long rest, as long as you don't do more than an hour of murder and stuff.
I think if your short rest gets interrupted, you probably have to just start your short rest over.
There you go.
That's
DM
fine.
says.
It's not like a long rest where you're trying to actually get sleep. So. And what about Gerelda?
That too. That is the other. That is the other element here.
Didn't you say she already had her brain eaten by the intellect devourers?
Yes, but that doesn't necessarily.
No, it kills you. No, you like. If that's how Rowan died, apparently. The doomed son. Because he's a son.
Is he the one though? Is he
a son?
He's doomed.
Don't
He's
know.
definitely. I'm
How do we
pretty
know
sure he's a son.
How do we know?
We don't know if he's doomed.
I never met his mom.
Did you meet his dad?
No,
So you don't know he's a son.
I don't know. If he's a son,
That's
but
right.
he seemed like one.
He's a son of somebody. I mean,
Maybe.
He was doomed for sure. The Dowers, they got his brain. The Illithid got his brain. She's
I'll find
gone.
everything now.
She's already dead if they got her.
But she
Again,
was
I'd say
up and moving.
No, that's supposedly what happens. They just take over. They pop in, they take control.
Well, if she is still
But
up
her
and
brain
moving,
is no, her brain is gone though.
but do they need her brain for her to be a vessel?
I think they are the brain. They look like a brain.
No,
But
do they
to
need
ma-
the brain for her body to be a vessel?
For their ritual
I mean,
that will complete the vanishing.
I don't know. Probably.
But
They
what if,
seem very brain focused.
but if they don't, and they have her, and they complete it, we waited, then, well, what did we come down here for?
all right, fine. Then let's get this over with.
Yes.
No. Well, you guys look like shit. I'd look like shit.
I feel fine.
Railroads isn't bloodied anymore.
You still look like shit.
Yeah, it does. And 3 of us are poisoned, which means we're at disadvantage in all our attacks.
attack rolls.
Yeah.
Don't forget that.
What if you just didn't have to make attack rolls?
I mean, if you're just gonna launch fireballs the whole time, you're fine.
See?
Yeah.
Right? Who needs attack rolls?
Who needs attack roll? That's right.
All right, you know what? Here we go.
We are far from equipped to deal with dozens of Grimlocks and Interlac Devourers, or a dozen.
All right, look, I'm not bloodied anymore.
And Alma looks around at you all, and again, she kind of grits her teeth. She says, "He's right. We don't save anybody if we all die."
So let's
I have begrudgingly learned that.
Oh, I can't click on me.
Fine, then let's go back as long as we're doing something.
You can't click on you?
No,
Like your
my
figure?
token. Yeah, my token is not.
Not
Oh
tokening.
wait. Oh wait. Never mind. I was doing it wrong. I got it.
Okay.
Don't worry. We're
All
fine.
right.
Okay. It's me. All right, well, then let's make sure we don't. Nothing happens to us while we're resting. Let's find a good spot and be ready for anything that comes along.
There we go. Of
Growrez, can you keep an eye down the hall while we relax?
course.
We can turn
How far back up are you going to go?
like is it beyond shouting? Would it like past where you can
not
hear yelling?
Yes.
Not into the gas. We'll stop before the gas.
You got from here to 30 minutes. It's away. So
20?
ways. You're going 10 minutes up the hallway, 15 minutes up the hallway,
5.
5 minutes up the
Always
hallway.
5. Always 5.
Always 5. 5 minutes up the hallway for a short rest.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'd rather waste 10 minutes than 40. That half hour is going to be big.
Okay, so here's what's gonna happen. You're gonna go 5 minutes up the hallway.
We all die.
Look at that. So the good news is you are going to get your short rest.
Yay.
The bad news is Everybody needs to make a charisma saving throw.
See? See, I knew it. Shouldn't have done it.
I made it.
At the start of the arrest.
Oh yeah, this would be after the rest is over. Or yeah, it's after the rest. It's actually not gonna hit point you, but you can go ahead and roll your dice if you want to.
That's at the start of the short rest. I did second.
Wish that were a better plus.
That's right. Oh, poison.
My charisma save was a 14.
You go out of the body.
Oh, for crying out loud.
That seems right.
You need that reroll 1s and 2s on your hit point dice.
That's
There's Dag. Let me see. What do I roll? I don't have some hit dice. I didn't spend them all. I don't remember all this stuff.
So follow you anywhere you go.
My con is 1, 2, 3, 15. Oh. While we get all healed up here. I'll look up all this sheet. So let's see how we did on our saving throws.
We all made it.
I believe Halion had
I had a 19. Yep.
Did anybody have higher than a 19?
No.
14 was Prince Alaciu. 9 was Gralrez. What did Wigbit roll?
11.
11. That's a pretty good roll for Wigbit for charisma. Let's see. Let's see how Dak's gonna make this charisma saving throw right here. Watch this. Boom. Oh, he doesn't get 2 dice. Oh, but if it's the one on the left.
It's the one on the left.
Oh my god, he cannot fail one.
Back.
Oh yeah, we did this wrong. We should have just let Dak go in the room and kill them all.
Oh yeah.
Go there, they're wiping the walls and everybody. And Oma is. She's not bad. Ooh, good roll.
Oh.
All right, she's good to go.
All right.
So then, the 3 that failed, as you are coming out of your short rest, you all of a sudden feel like something is back in your head again.
Oh.
That's good.
So we're going to do this time before we depart, so I'll remember it. Let's make some insight checks, folks.
Made it.
11, 16, 14. All right.
I don't think any of us made it.
Let's see. We're all res. 30. Okay. This is Wigbit. 28. And this is
A 1. Not a 1.
Cool. So yeah, so y'all have company. And what we're going to do is end the episode and find out next week what happens.
Oh wow. I was not ready for that. But
sure, it's great.
Yep. All right. See you next Thursday, everybody.
Yeah.
That's not great.